about dead. Hey, dead. No, my dead. What's up, guys? All right, so today we are going to work on how to improve at Rainbow Six Siege. We're gonna be breaking down some plays in Faceit Pro League that I did, and we're gonna be talking about why I came out on top, and we're gonna be talking about every little detail of those plays. We're gonna be talking about how to improve your game sense, how to improve your game positioning, and how to win more firefights. So let's get to it, yeah? So for the first play, we're gonna be talking about just general game awareness. So here, we are pushing reading room. The site is reading room on Cafe. So I see one up top. I'm gonna pause every time I have an idea in my head. So I see one at the couch. So I instantly get off, and all right, I want to try to catch him at Pixel or see if he goes to CS. So we come up. This is a little bit of a sloppy firefight though. So I see him there, but I know this firefight is going to be a little sloppy because he's already shooting bullets at me. So I'm going to try to avoid his bullets while making sure he can't run away. I try to pre-fire. I miss. I lean back. I'm more dodging his bullets than I am trying to win this fight at this point. But we take him out. That was the worst kill of the rest of this. But so I see my teammate run into mining, and we have a little bit of control of pillar as well as reading doors. So I'm going to open up the wall so we can actually walk into the site. Now I'm going to hold the white holes because my teammate's going to be holding a little bit of a deeper angle for the reading door. So now we started to lose man count. We were doing fairly good. It was a 5v3. Now it's somehow a 3v3. So I start to take shots at the Aruni here. So he can't rotate through. So what I'm going to do here, instead of just tap firing when he comes back, I'm going to probably pre-fire my entire mag at the left side to hope that he swings back. Yep, and that is exactly what happened. So now it's just me and the guy next to me. We're trying to figure out how we're going to push in, and my teammate goes down. So now I'm in a 1v2 dream and twist. So instead of rotating all the way around the unknown, I decided to take what we already know where they're at. I know that Jaeger's near the reading door, and I know Maestro is on, I believe the prone holes in reading, and he's going to be playing fairly fast because he's Maestro, and he thinks that I'm going to be trying to take firefights at him. So I'm going to try to fly past him as fast as I can to try to get the Jaeger before I have to deal with the Maestro. And we get the Maestro, who is at the laundry rotate. Jaeger was actually at the reading door taking shots at me through the prone holes, but won't quite find me. And here we just kind of wait until we get audio, and a teammate is going to call he's on the laundry rotate. They had a camera, and then I just pre-fire the rotate like they called. Take him out. There we go. So nothing I did in this clip was incredibly overly like mechanically skilled. It was just a lot of positioning and just paying attention to where my teammates are at and playing off of them. To improve in Rainbow Six, the biggest thing that I see a lot of lower end players, I mean, when I say lower end players, I mean people that are like in plat is still like not quite diamond, but low diamond. A lot of them struggle. They struggle at being aware where the team is at. They're going to push by themselves. They're never going to play around the team. I like to play around my team, not playing behind your team, because you want to be in a position where you can get refrags and play off your team. If your teammate goes down, you want to swing out and get the refrag, or you want to have a crossfire. So if they swing your teammate, you're actually killing them. So just be aware when you're playing with a teammate that you are actively doing something. You're not just waiting behind your teammate, crossing your fingers that they're going to push up more. This is another thing I want to talk about in lower elo. A lot of times people won't communicate when they lose control of something. So you can see that he walks in through reception, and I am very audibly calling out that he is in coat to my teammates that might not be fully aware that he's in coat. So I'm going to make sure that they know that we lost control of coat, that he is in there, while I make sure that he can't escape, and playing aggressive on his window so my teammates can swing in and just take him out. So then we have Cha, and then we see Fox going with a shotgun and take him out. I don't think Fox even takes a shot there. I draw the aggro, and we take him out. So, like I said, like nothing I did there was just mechanically skilled or anything. It was just making sure, keeping your gun up, watching an area that your teammates aren't actually watching. Like, see here, we're gonna see myself at whiskey. I'm holding down whiskey because I know we have that red wall open down there, and I want to make sure that we keep eyes on the brown staircase, the VIP swing, the white hallway, as well as reception door. I hear them open reception door, so I swing out to check, and that's when I catch the coat guy, and that's why I make sure to communicate that the guy did jump into coat. So we'll see in there. A lot of times I'll see a lot of people either stack up on the same angle, or they'll just like kind of like watch your teammates back. Play crossfires. Like, put yourself in a situation that you are going to hold a different side of the map, so at least when you go down, or hell, even if you're still up, you can communicate to your team that the enemy is actually progressing through there. So like, let's say like a map like Villa, instead of just having like, let's say most of the guys on site, we'll have a couple people down underneath, we'll have a couple people across the map, and we'll kind of spread out a net, and we'll try to find where the enemy are coming from. It is fairly hard to do this in solo queue. Try your best. Just try to fill in the gaps. If you see your teammates roaming, then play closer to site. If you see your teammates are anchoring up, don't be afraid to roam. All right, so this is a good little round. I want you guys to really pay attention to just my general overall game positioning. So my positioning here was flawless. I missed the occasional shot, but my positioning itself was flawless. So I'm going to talk about why I did my rotates when I did them. So it is a 3v5. We're down man count. My teammate's playing Pixel. I'm holding the red ticket. My teammate pushes up, aiming at piano. He's going to try to go for a CS. I'm just still holding ticket. Apparently someone swings in piano, or he's been in piano. My teammate didn't know. I swing out and get his refrag. No problem. And now I assume that there's going to be another enemy at the CS door. So I have gun up as I swing out a little bit more aggressively past the Pixel door, because he's going to be aimed at Pixel door, because they're going to think I'm either A, going to still be at the door in the bathroom, or they're going to be falling back. So I swing out aggressively to try to catch him off guard and get his entire body, especially because I have a Rooney DMR. And we catch him. And now I hear someone coming up white. I hear a prox alarm go off. So I know someone's going up white. I'm not sure where the other teammate is. I think that he is probably still near New Balk, and he's probably going to think that I'm going to swing through CS. So now instead of going for that guy, I'm going to try to do it with the white guy, but I'm going to rotate aggressively to try to catch the white guy off guard first. We missed the shot here, and I assume that he's probably going to think that I'm either going to go bathroom or I'm going to stay there on that angle, but I rotate aggressively under the skylight because, like I said, I still don't know where the ace is at. I think that he's on the roof. I'm trying to avoid the CS door as much as possible. I heard him on the skylight. I run by, and we catch the Nook completely off guard. Was not aware of my rotation whatsoever. We took him out. And we know the last guy is going to be garbage door, and honestly, he just saw me at the double door, so me taking a pre-fire like this was a little sketchy because obviously he's going to pre-fire back. Better plan of attack would have been to hide and wait for him to push up and then swing out, but I pre-fire with the DMR and he just ends up winning the firefight and missed the shots. He's not really confident where I'm at, but he sees my bullet trail. He doesn't really have time to really think about it. Best thing you can do there, like when you're down man count in a 1vx, honestly, play aggressive. Don't be afraid to play aggressive. The round is already an L unless you try to figure it out and crawl your way back. Don't play passive unless you feel like you can get a multi-frag from it, because you got to get some picks. Like they're going to play it in front of you and you're going to have to walk into someone holding an angle. That's the last thing you want. You want to run around like a bee, and I mean, what's that Muhammad Ali quote? I'm not sure what it is, but dance like a wasp and sting like a bee. I don't know, man. But you want to run around and try to drop as many bodies as you can while trying to never literally let them pin you down and have just a gun up on you. Rotate around like I did at the start. I mean, we ended that fairly bad, but all the way up to that point, my game positioning was fairly flawless. This wasn't me. This was FoxA from Oxygen. So we're gonna turn the sound up a little bit because I want you guys to really listen to his audio and how he plays off of it. This is perfect game positioning of being aware where the enemy's at and where you have an advantage. Watch how he just dances around his enemy. The last guy is near Pixel and Cigar. One enemy is down. Bottom red. Reduces off his kill so he won't get intel. And now he knows he's not near Pixel. They hear him in shop. So he can swing with an SMG-11 or a shotgun or hold the rotate. Sledge is not in an advantageous position anymore. There's a lot of kill holes though, so he has to be careful. But he knows he's in CS. Making sure, trying to keep him back. Trying to be active in these firefights so he doesn't just get pinned down. Use a sledge, run around to the CS double that he's about to go through the Runegate. So, Foxy jumps through.
Yes, good front.
And the sledge didn't hear him jump through because he was pre-firing. Now he's doing that double door as well as ticket. Foxy taking shots, and he knows that he can run after he takes one shot because sledge is going to pre-fire it back. So he runs away, and this is the most advantageous position that he could possibly be at. The guy has to jump through the breach, and watch what happens.
Down to 15 seconds.
There's no way the sledge can counter this. There's no way he can counter this. His positioning was perfect there. So he brought him in close where the SMG and the shotgun had the advantage, made the sledge scared, and every time that he took a pre-fire shot at the sledge, he repositioned off of to a different angle and just kept repositioning until he was at the best angle he could possibly be, forcing the sledge, who's attacker, having to push. And did not work out well for him. Worked out well for us though. All right, here's another round in FPL on Chalet. So here, they find the bomb. It is a 4v5. I think that they're probably near that trophy door. He takes pre-fire shots at me, so I definitely know that one's a trophy door. I make a bunch of melee holes, try to catch him off. We know that the Zofia is in sight now. So Zofia is in sight. So I run down. We see one run through, so we know the Zofia is going to be near the kitchen door. Sledge comes over, and we take out the sledge, no problem. And remember, we remember that there's one at the trophy door, so we're going to pre-fire him directly after that kill. And we kill him instantly and be going down. And then we go to deal with the Zofia. And Pojo and I take him down. And I think we just close the round out here. Yeah, and we close the round out. We reverse takes him out up top. So biggest thing here, honestly, just remember to keep track of where all the enemies are at. Because once you find that first domino, start knocking through the dominoes, because enemies will love to try to get a refrag to try to bring the man count back. Use that to your advantage, and you'll be getting multi-frags fairly often. I mean, you knew I didn't know exactly what that Twitch was. I just took pre-fire shots to the window. My goal there wasn't really necessarily to kill him. It was to pre-fire through so I could go push the Zofia. If he didn't peek me, I'd go fight the Zofia and ignore him. But he was there and took a headshot. All right, this is another big round I want to talk about that a lot of people need to start doing in higher elo. Pushing through unknown territory when things aren't looking our way. If you know no one's watching the flank and you just run through, how do you know? Oh, let's break that down a little bit more. How do you know there's no one watching the flank? You have to keep track. Like a lot of times you guys will see me just kind of chilling on site, waiting around. I'm going to be taking a mental tally of where everyone is out on the map, where they're probably doing, where they're probably at. And I figure that no one's at the top of blue because I hear a bunch of gunshots out the door. The second I heard that someone taking shots at the piano window from the rooftop, I knew that no one was probably going to be watching blue because I heard one K9. I knew one was a big window rappel. And then I knew, so there was 4 guys left and I had all 4 people accounted for it. So I knew that I could swing in aggressively to the piano double on their flank and we take him out very quickly. So then we run back into library. Our teammate dies. Now it's a 3v3, 3v2. And I am in the unknown now, so now the enemy team has to kind of walk around and try to find me or have to re-drone. Now it is a 1v3, so I am forced to play more aggressive because my teammate all died on sight. So we push in. I see one as they come over. Iona has no idea that I'm all the way over here. So now I'm in a 1v2. They potentially have the bomb, so I have to push in more aggressively. And he does try to go get the bomb because it is on the K9 window. So now we know where the bomb is. And now I know that the other guy is at the piano door. So here, I think I lose out here. Because I'm, you guys will see. This is probably the most obvious angle you could potentially be on. I mean, here, we'll fast forward it. Wait there for a bit. So I'm on the most obvious angle you could possibly be on if you're watching this. So a better spot to be would honestly just hide and wait for him to have to push through and then try to catch him sleeping. But I want to try to engage him the second he walks through that door, just so I don't have to guess where he's going to be. And obviously, it being Yeti and being a high-level player, he's just going to be pre-firing that. Sometimes that'll work, sometimes it won't. Yep, you just hit the shot. All the positioning there was good. Biggest thing I want to focus on that round is pushing into the unknown. Once you kind of keep track in your head that there's probably no watch the flank, and hell, even if there's someone is, I mean, let's have gun up ready for that first firefight, because once you kill a guy watching the flank, well, everybody else is not ready. So check your angles and just push on through. This is another round I want to focus on, and this is less about like what I'm physically doing. Granted, we're going to go to that right after this, but just me droning. Like, just listen to the comms, like the urgency. Like I've heard so many times when people are calling out like hey, he's behind you, about to flank you, or oh, he's gonna knife you from behind, like you're dead. Like, you gotta say, like, with urgency, like, hey, there's a guy across the map. Hey, there's a guy you can grenade. He's on ping right now. And then he's flanking main. Like, the different levels of urgency in your voice will tell your teammates without having to say, like, hey, you need to deal with this now, or you can deal with this if you want to, or do this if you want. So you guys are going to hear it right now. Turn the audio up. Go.
We have no west control.
I have a west main cam. I'm sitting on west main cam. I'm not getting off of it.
Okay, there's nothing west, right?
Nothing west. Nothing west. Nothing west.
Wait, one's it sounds like
Okay, one is in dining. One is in dining.
One's on my solar series.
One dining, walking to west main staircase. Not quite there yet. All right, he's working on west main staircase. He's walking down. He's walking down. He's walking down. He's walking down. And just like that, like, I know nothing I did there was crazy impressive, but it's like, it's sad that I have to talk about this because no one teaches drone skills, and like, hell, I'll be the person to do it. It's just a small little thing that will help your team know how to deal with any type of intel you're giving them. Like, just being able to vocalize it to your team in an effective way without being too overbearing will be great. And then, so we open the wall. I walk into the site afterwards. I'm pretty fine on that. So, like, we had a bunch of guys working the wall. We had 3 or 4 people. No one was really watching west main staircase. So instead of me rotating all the way around as ace, I decided I'm just gonna watch on the drone and just call out when he actually gets close to the staircase. If anyone went down, I replace and I just have them watch the camera. But no one went down. I was still up, and yeah, we got the trade. So I want to show you guys an instance of how to win more gunfights. It's position yourself in a way that you have a massive jump and shock factor on your enemy before they really have a chance to defend themselves. So here we're going to show an example of that. We're going to talk a little bit afterwards. So we see one of the prep door, and we get the shock factor on. Let's talk about why I did that. He pre-fired his gun, and a lot of people after they pre-fire their guns usually aren't going to swing out. He's going to play still at the door, either reload or stay at the door. He's not going to swing out with less than a full mag. Most of the time, most people don't do that. So I run in aggressive. If I saw him swinging, I just pull my gun up, but I don't see him, so I come in close and then I cut. like a football play. And then I cut in, and we take him out before he even realizes he's getting swung. Yep, like that. And after killing Cade, I try to swing out and get aggressive on another person. They throw a C4 over the top. I try to get the guy that's C4, but instead I see somebody else. And we take out that. Getting a 2-for-1 real quick. That is a really effective entry. Just be careful when you make an aggressive play like that, because sometimes you can mistime it and they can just pre-fire you when you're coming in like that. Don't always do plays like that, but if you see an opportunity to do so and they pre-fire your drone and you know they're probably going to reload, don't be afraid to be aggressive, because they don't have a full mag and you can probably win. All right, now I want to talk a little bit about how to win a round without necessarily killing anybody. So keeping the wall closed, keeping an enemy out, and denying a plant. So you're going to see a prime example of that. This is Faceit Pro League, so I have pros on my team and they're playing against some pros, and they're gonna have a lot more coordination than their normal go-to rank stack. So I guarantee you, if you can trick out this level, it'll work at most levels in ranked. So here you go. So I know one's repelling up to Logi. I'm waiting for them to start to work for this wall. I don't see anything coming yet. I'm ready for someone to start doing something here. I see a drone, so I know that the second they drone it, they're probably going to throw a grenade at my Cade. So instinctively, I pick my Cade up. Grenade comes out. I throw my Cade instantly to try to get the thermite. He thermites, his timing slightly off. I pick it up. I throw it again because I realize they're probably going to throw another grenade. So I want to see if I can try to snipe the thermite before the grenade goes off. So I throw it down. He puts the thermite down. I get the thermite. So I'll get both thermites now. So I know another drone came down. They're going to throw another grenade. I pick it up. Grenade comes out. Boom. I throw another Cade. And this is the same Cade. I've only one Cade claw in rotation here. And then he starts to throw aces. And I'm fairly confident they're out of grenades now. So now this wall is closed. The enemy can't get through. And is basically a for sure dub on this round. They're gonna have to go through windows or doors or hatches or walk up staircases, and it's still 5v5, but a minute and a half into the round they can't open the wall, and they're obviously their main gameplay was open the wall. There's 3 guys outside this wall, and now they're just kind of can't do anything. So here's another round. This is Kento on the retake. So it is 1v4. Kento from Mirage. There's pros in the other team still. He's coming down from top main. They don't really know where he's at, but they know he might be on side at this point, but he's not. He's coming down the main staircase. He's trying to get as many kills along the way as he can. You can even see my face. I was ready for an L here. Zofia starts to burn bottom main, and he gets to jump on the Iana and the Zof, making it a 1v2 very quickly. So he just got aggressive, walked through, and basically made it a winnable round now. So now it's a 1v2, so quick little reset, but now they know where he's at. So but instead of following back and holding the main staircase, he swings out aggressively to try to catch another guy off guard. So now they have no idea where he is again. Always never let them know your next move. You guys have seen that TikTok. Never let them know your next move. Run around. Don't be predictable. If they feel like they have eyes on you, or if they knew where your last location was, rotate around a little bit so you don't just eat a nasty pre-fire. Forever just rotate around until he finds one. They know he's in moto, so he swings out aggressively with his gun up. So even if they swing out or he sees somebody, he's ready for a firefight. So don't just swing out blindly. Have your gun up. Here's one at the short long. So the reason why the sledge had to go here is because they had the diffuser. So especially if you're on the roam and you catch the diffuser, you don't have to play necessarily on top of the diffuser, but play around the diffuser, because remember, the attacker has to grab it. So he has to go to the spot as long as you're there for the cleanup. And a decent little 1v4 cleanup. Now here's the play you guys saw at the start of the video. So let's talk about this breakdown. You take out one, you have your gun, cross her up for the next, and you just keep on firing. Be ready for the second guy, the third guy, the fourth guy, etc. Just make sure that your gun is up. So here, I know this study door is open. I see a drone come out, so I'm ready for someone to walk through this door. I'm aiming fairly low, just in case it comes in crouching, but I can also just kind of flick up. You guys will see what happens. He does come in crouching. And I'm just taking pre-fire shots. He walks into it, and I know that I heard someone open up the door underneath, so now I know I'm gonna have near an empty mag. I'm gonna need to get the reload and have my gun up at the bottom of the staircase soon. They got one. He's not ready for me to be on the staircase. He thought I'd run away, but instead of running away, I re-swung. And the nomad goes down as well. So let's go to the next round. Almost the exact same thing happened, but a little bit different variation. So now I know they're bottom main. So they're bottom main. I'm not really sure what they're doing. We have see get a kill there. They're about to start working on main. I don't really want to engage them on the staircase, and I see an opportunity. No one's study back. I can run to study and go to this hatch. So I'm planning on dropping the hatch as they start to work up main. But I'm gonna wait for an audio cue so I can hide my hatch drop, like someone pre-firing a grenade, etc. So you guys are gonna hear that, and you're gonna see exactly when the hatch drop. I hear the Womai, and the second it goes off, I hit the hatch. So they don't hear it, so I get a second or so of just able to pre-fire them before they realize that they are getting pre-fired in the first place. And we take down 3 people in the span of seconds. So, like I said, nothing there. I mean, mechanically, this is okay mechanics. Like the Iona kind of got slammed, but Big had no idea what was happening. Iona ran in full speed. Well, I kind of flicked this Iona low key. As he crouched. And then we dealt with the lion shortly afterwards. So, gun up, be confident with your aim, and when you can, if you need to make an aggressive play or you feel like your teammates are getting pushed, go for the aggressive play, because I guarantee you 9 times out of 10 the times that you go for an aggressive play, you will win more games than when you sit on your ass hiding in a corner waiting for all your teammates to die for the enemy to swing you. So don't be passive, get aggressive when you need to. Chill when you have numbers, and be aggressive when you have to. You'll know the moments when you have to be aggressive. Like, you'll say in the back of your head every time you're passive, like, oh man, my team is, bro, it keeps dying, bro. They keep dying. Yes, they keep dying, but you can use that to your advantage and get aggressive as well and get the refrags on your team. Because I knew that someone was going to die on the main staircase, so I did this instead. All right, guys, hopefully that helps you guys a little bit on how my thought process goes when I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege. Hopefully it helps you guys improve. Like I said, we're gonna be doing a lot of videos like this, breakdown videos, and try to help you guys improve at Rainbow Six. We're gonna be going through these FPL matches and high level plays, and just kind of talking about why they worked, how they can work for you. And all right, guys, until next time, make sure to subscribe, comment, leave a like for more, and yeah, until next time, guys. Daily content, make sure to stop by.